What's going on, my people? Champion Yogi here, and let's do some Sun Sal A's today. All right, so today what we're going to do is we're going to work on Sun Salutation A. It's going to be an arm strengthening Sun Salutation A, okay? So we're going to start with 12 Sun Salutations. What I'm going to do is the first two Sun Salutations, we're just going to talk about them. We're just going to give some modifications, some options to make it a little more challenging, make it a little more accessible. Whatever your body needs is what we're going to do in that first two Sun Salutations, okay? After that, we're going to go through the next few. I'm going to add in a couple of poses to make the sun sound a little bit more interesting, a little bit more army, right? And then in the last two, we're going to go ahead and merge it all together and turn it into a big flow and get you out of here feeling strong, feeling worked, feeling like you got a good flow. We'll warm up the body just a little bit and acknowledge our breath a little bit, and then we'll cool down after that and get on out of here. Sounds good? If it does, let's do it. Stand tall at the top of your mat. Remember, the top of your mat is either edge, the right side or the left side. I think I'm going to be going with this side today because let's see, why not, right? So come to the top of your mat. You want your toes and heels equally apart, about as wide as your hips is usually a good space. They can always come a little closer if you like, just a little bit closer or all the way together. So both of those are fine, but that one is a little more challenging. Having your feet as wide as your hips is going to support your balance in all of the poses that we'll do today, okay? So with your ankles over your heels. Maybe you lift your toes and spread them out a little bit. Make sure you give them some space. Nice, wide, spread out toes also supports your balance. Ankles over your heels, knees over your ankles, hips are over your knees. We're going to lengthen the spine nice and long and let the shoulders roll back so they stack over the hips. And then bring the top of the head to the very top of the body so the gaze is perfectly forward. Take your right hand, wrap it around your belly. Your left hand will come around your chest. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out, exhale. Good. Relax your hands down by your sides. Open and close your hands. Roll your wrists around. Move your elbows a little bit. Let your shoulders run around. Find some space. Maybe some side body stretches. This is free movement, right? So you're not necessarily doing what I'm doing. You're figuring out what your body likes, what you need, right? Move around, twist a little bit. A good roll around of the head all the way around to both sides can be useful. And again, we're doing stuff with the arms today. So maybe you want a little bit extra with your wrists. Maybe you want a little bit extra with your shoulders. You know where your body could use a little bit more. Make sure you use the space to offer your body a little bit more. Also, as we go through those sun salutations today, I'm going to offer you what's commonly called as a vinyasa flow right in the middle. We're going to go do it going into the pose and then back out of the pose. You can skip it if you need to and just go to a downward facing dog. Take a child's pose and a little bit of a breather or any other reset space that you like to take like cat cow or anything like that, right? But we will be going back through a vinyasa flow. Feel free to do it with your knees up or down, whichever one your body needs to, okay? Let's do that one more time. Toes and heels equally apart. Weight into the heels of the feet, ankles, knees, hips, long through the spine, top of the head, top of the body. This time the left hand goes over the belly, the right hand goes over the chest. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out, exhale. Relax the hands down and lower body this time. So you want to shift from side to side and roll those ankles out. Make sure you get into them. They might snap and pop, and that's cool. Get a little knees and hips. Roll them around big circle, clockwise and counterclockwise. It's a ball socket. You want to get it all in there, okay? Make sure we do both sides. Don't skip a side. I've been doing yoga all day, so don't worry about me. But you do a good job warming your body up, okay? Once you get into that, maybe a little bit of a squat for the quads. Again, we're doing mostly arms today, but the quads needs to be woken up. We have some lunges and things like that that might happen. So don't worry about that. And then maybe rise up onto the toes. Stretch those toes out, the calves, the heels, all those type of spaces. Okay. Good. Now that we're nice and loose, we're going to get into our sun salutations. We have a very intentional breath in between each of the sun salutations. Okay. So before we stop, take a break and add on to it. We'll go through that same thing on the left side. We have a very intentional breath. I want you to use those core muscles. Take a big inhale and then squeeze those core muscles as you blow it out. Engage those core muscles. That's going to help with your core strength a whole lot. Let's start right here at the top of the mat. Toes, heels equally apart. Weight into the heels of the feet, ankles, knees, hips, long through the spine, top of the head, top of the body. Inhale. Reach the hands all the way up. Now, here you want to try to relax the shoulders down, right? So when we reach our hands up, a lot of times the shoulders will shrug up. You want to try to relax those shoulders down. You can spread your hands a little bit wider. That could be cool, having your hands a little wider. Or you can bring them all the way together. That's going to offer you a little more stretch, okay? But you want these biceps and triceps to try to work their way back behind the ears and keep the top of your head at the top of your body, okay? Exhale, bend your knees and come to a forward fold. Start to melt down into that fold. Have as much bend in your knees as you need to get that body to thigh connection. Once you have that body thigh connection, top of your head is going to melt down towards the mat. So you're looking through your legs, and you can take your peace fingers around your toes, your hands behind your calves, and pull your body down just a little bit more, blowing out. Exhale. Maybe you want to get a little more hamstring stretching here. Find it. Once your body thigh connection happens, lift the hips up just a little bit. Not enough that you lose your body thigh connection. You still want to keep that, but just to find a little bit more stretch and then be right there. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Now we're going to lift the shoulders up to about the hip height right here. Make sure those feet are still evenly apart. You want to lift your chest up and then press your belly down to kind of flatten out a little bit and allow your hands to support you right here. They can float back and that'll offer a little more challenge to your core muscles. If you want that, have that. Try to take these hips and let them shift forward so you're right stacked into that space if you can. If you need a little bit of a bend, have a little bit of a bend. That's okay. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands down to the mat and then step the right foot to the back of the mat, then the left foot to the back of the mat. They can slide, they can step. You can take as many steps as you need. This is your high plank pose. You have your shoulders over your elbows and elbows over your wrists. If you need to lower your knees down behind your hips to support this, feel free to do that anytime that you need to. We're going to go into our low plank. So you want to use your feet right here, press your shoulders forward, and then start to squeeze the elbows into the sides, low into that low plank. Good. And then we're going to go to the up dog. So we'll flip the toes, lift the chest, and roll the shoulders back. Remember, let them roll back to broaden out. Now, in this up dog, you can press it to the toes and float the knees up if you like. Squeeze the elbows in, or you can keep the knees down and keep a bend into your elbows if that's better. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, rest into the space. Relax, reset, recover, pedal, breathe, move your body in any way. And again, right here, if you need this child's pose, bringing your knees down, sinking your hips back into your heels is a good space to work through. Breathe, reset, recover. And then we're going to go back to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk the feet forward, right foot, left foot, as many steps as you need, one big step, or even hop and float forward to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, roll it down. Here's that intentional breath. First, take a deep inhale. Roll the spine all the way up to the top, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, head, and hands, biceps behind the ears, shoulders are relaxed down. Take a deep inhale, blow all the air out, exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. We're going to find a little bit more pace right here. So inhale, halfway lift. Bring the shoulders up to the hip height, flatten that back out. Exhale, fold. Palms come down to the mat. Bend your knees enough so those palms can come down. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back. And this is the part that is your vinyasa flow. Knees up or down, shift forward, go to your low plank. Good. Right here is that low plank. But again, if you want to come up a little higher, be up a little higher as well if that's more comfortable. Inhale, flip the toes, lift the chest. Option to float those knees, squeeze the thighs together, and let those shoulders broaden out. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. A little bend into the knees in your down dog is cool too, allowing the heels to rest down. You're trying to relax those shoulders here as well, rolling the elbows together, and you're pressing your belly towards your thighs to lengthen out the spine, right? Finding that space. Breathe for two and one. Let's go back to the top. Left, right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. All right, let's start adding in some fun. We're going to add in a cheetah pose to get started. So from your downward facing dog, all I want you to do is shift your shoulders forward over your wrist. Stay nice and strong, rolling them together. You can lower the left knee down to the mat if you like, and then pull your right knee towards your nose. Your nose is going to tuck, chin tucks into your chest, nose comes in, pull your nose towards your knee. Keep using that back foot and press your body weight forward into that cheetah, okay? And into those hands, roll those hands together, press into those palms, have those nice strong arms, and blow all the air out of your belly. Let's do it with some pace right here. Toes, heels, equally apart. Take an inhale, reach the hands up nice and high. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, strong core. Exhale, palms come to the mat. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back, high plank pose. Here we go. Shift forward, squeeze the elbows in, low plank. Flip the toes, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Once you rest into this downward facing dog, we're just going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, shift forward, shoulders over the wrist, roll those elbows together. Bring the right knee towards the nose. Lift your foot off the mat. Tuck your chin into your chest. Bring your nose back to your knee and use your back foot and press everything forward. Hold for 3, 2. Let's do another vinyasa. Inhale, right leg goes back. Option to float this right foot if you're looking for a little more challenge. Low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal, reset, recover. Take your child's pose if you need it. Breathe here for just 3, 2. Step or float back to the top of the mat. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands, biceps behind the ears. Take a deep inhale. Blow it all out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Top of the head melts down. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Palms down. Left foot back. Right foot back. High plank pose. Let's go through a vinyasa. Low plank. Maybe the knees come down. Flip the toes, lift the chest. Up dog. Roll it back. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Same thing, opposite side. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, shift forward, pull the left knee towards the nose back towards the knee. Option to lower the right knee if you need a little support. Breathe. Press through those palms for 3, 2, and 1. Left foot goes back. You can keep the right knee down and float and still go through a chaturanga. Maybe not as deep as the elbows. Up dog and downward facing dog. Remember, movement is movement. Your range is your range. And as long as you're pushing, you're doing great. Move it around, relax those shoulders, roll it together. Let's take it back to the top. Left, right, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, and hands. Reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands. Next up, we're going to flip that dog. But maybe flipping the dog a little bit much for you, so we could also take a fire hydrant in this space and still get a lot of the same benefit. When you flip that dog, you want to just let that right leg go up from that down facing dog. Take bend the knee and start to let it fall over the body towards the floor on the opposite side. The right side of the body will come up to support and let it all the way over. Now, you don't have to do that. You can come from a plank and take the right leg over. It's a little bit more gentle to get down to the other side of the body and then start to lift into that flip dog anyway with the leg already extended. Okay. Or you could just take the fire hydrant where the right leg is up, bends, falls over the side, stretches out the side body a little bit, and that's it. Let's flip the dog right here though. Toes, heels equally apart. Wait until the heels of your feet. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot back, left foot back. High plank pose. Here's your vinyasa. Low plank, squeeze the elbows in. Flip the toes, lift the chest up, dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips downward, facing dog. Now, from your down dog right here, inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged down dog. Now, bend the knee and the right foot can fall over. Here's your fire hydrant. You can stay right here. You want to keep it going to flip the dog, start to lower that right foot down. Stack the left shoulder over the wrist. Reach the right hand over the head and lengthen out the left leg. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to a vinyasa. Right hand down, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Rest, pedal, reset, recover, breathe, back to the top of the mat. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, and hands. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down, belly to the thighs, sinking good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's go back to the plank. Maybe bring the palms down and float back to all the way to a low plank and skip over that high plank. Hold this chaturanga for a second. Inhale, flip the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Remember, if you float back, you want to float back to a low plank, not necessarily a high plank into that space. Let's flip the dog again. Maybe this time you want to shift to the plank if last time it didn't work out for you. And then the left foot can just step over. Reach the left hand over the head. Hold right here. Breathe for just three, two, and one. Vinyasa flow. Bring the knees down. Maybe that's the space for you right now. Low plank, up dog, and child's pose instead of a down dog. Let those wrists get a little bit of a break. And that's okay. Again, if you want down dog, you want to keep pushing, stay in that down dog. Don't come down here with me. We're just talking about what our options are here today. You push, you go, you get all the strength you need out of it. Let's go back to the top, left, right, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll the spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, and hands reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Next up, what do we got? Falling triangle. We're taking one foot out the side and lengthening out long. The opposite hand is going to twist up nice and high. You can float that foot up if you're looking for a little challenge, or press that foot down to help you keep those hips lifted. Stacking that shoulder again, okay? Finding that space. And let the hand fall back a little bit extra if you would like to. It can just rise up nice and high. Most importantly, make sure that back heel rotates down to support your balance, okay? Let's give it a try right here. Toes, heels, equally apart. Weight into the heels of your feet, ankles, knees, hips, long spine, top of the head, top of the body. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Biceps behind the ears. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot back, left foot back, high plank pose. Go through your vinyasa. Shift forward, squeeze the elbows in, low plank. Flip the toes, lift the chest, roll your shoulders back, up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Now, here we go. This is how we get into this. On your next inhale, we're going to shift forward, pull the right knee with you, and then take the right foot, extend it out the left side nice and long. Press the right hand down nice and strong. Rotate this back heel down and start to let that left hand rise up nice and high. Again, you can let that left hand fall back a little more if you like a little more. You can float that right foot up if you want that space. Breathe for two or one. Left hand comes all the way down. Right foot goes all the way back. Vinyasa flow, low plank, up dog. Downward facing dog. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the spine, pedal it out, rest into your heels, and then back to the top of the mat. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, and hands. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Belly down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale back to the plank, left, right, high plank pose. Knees up or down. Remember, that's your vinyasa. Squeeze it in, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Rest into the heels, relax the shoulders. Maybe we need a little more than a foot down. Maybe we need a knee down. Let's try that right here. Shift forward. Start to bring the knee down and the foot down. Extend that left foot out the right side. Press into the left hand. Right hand comes up high. Rotate that back heel down. Breathe right here for just three, two, and one. Good. Right hand comes back down. Left foot goes back to the back of the mat. Knees up or down. Vinyasa flow. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Again, you're doing the version that you like. You don't have to put your knees up when mine are down. You don't have to put yours down when mine are up. We can do the exact same thing. You can play around with me. Try different styles and different ways to see what you like the most. Let's go back to the top. Left, right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, hands. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Last up is our down dog twist, triangle twist, down dog twist. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to that downward facing dog. We'll take the right hand, reach back for the left ankle. Now, that might be a lot for some of us. It may not be a lot for some of us, but let's talk about what some of the options are. Maybe you twist that hand under and it doesn't come as long all the way back to the foot, right? Maybe it only comes a little bit just behind the wrist or even closer to the ankle, right? Or maybe it comes to the calf and not quite the ankle. So find that space for you. But if you can, grab a hold of your leg, give a press into that heel, give a little pull, and see if you could twist under just a little bit more. Let's find out right here at the top. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up, relax the shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold, sink in. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Take it back, right foot, left foot, high plank pose. Knees up or down, vinyasa, low plank. Squeeze it in, up dog. Flip your toes, lift your chest, down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, rest into the heels. Relax your shoulders. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Here we go. Now, maybe you want to widen your feet a little bit to support your balance, and that's cool. They probably should have been there the whole time. Good. Now, take your right hand, start to twist under, look under your left side body, and the right hand can come just behind the wrist. Start to reach back for that left ankle if it's in your practice. Press that left heel down, twist under, breathe for three, two, and one. Start to bring that right hand all the way back to the top, staying in that down dog, and then shift forward. Go through another vinyasa, knees up or down, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Child's pose is still here if you need it to be. Excuse me. Let's go back to the top. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, and hands. Reach up nice and high. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. Flatten that belly out. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Sink all the way in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Back to the plank, left, right, high plank, and then shift forward. Come to that low plank. Stack the elbows over the wrist in this low plank. Flip the toes, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. We're resting into the heels, we're relaxing the shoulders. Give a nice press into this right hand. Feet are nice and supported. A little bend if you need it. Twist around. Maybe the left hand comes right behind that bent right knee and gives you a little bit of extra twist underneath. Breathe right here for just three, two, and one. Slowly come out of that wrist. Twist back to your down dog. And then shift forward. Have that vinyasa low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out, let it go, step or float back to the top. Left, right, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to first center. All right. These are the last two. How are we feeling? The arms, they're doing something? Let's put it all together right here now. So we go from that cheetah, right? Bring the knee into the nose. We're going to flip that dog. Go all the way up to your fire hydrant, all the way up and over to your flip dog, or just send the leg back along from that plank and flip the dog, right? Flip it right over. And then from that flip dog, we're going to go to that falling triangle. So it's a big roll, right? We're bringing that foot from the back all the way over and out the same side again, extending out for that nice long roll. Stack that shoulder, hold that space. And then as we come out to twist back to that down dog, if it's in your practice, see if you can not bring that hand down. Step the foot back first and then twist back for that downward facing dog twist, right? But if you need to bring your hand down, bring your hand down. There's nothing wrong with that. Practice, practice, practice. We're offering the challenge for those who need the challenge. We're offering the support for those who need support. You do what's best for you. Love your practice today. Let's do it. Toes, heels, equally apart. Weight into the heels of the feet. Ankles, knees, hips. Long through the spine, top of the head, at the top of the body. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up, relax the shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Take the top of the head to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Big step back, right foot, left foot, high plank pose, and let's go through your vinyasa. Shift forward, squeeze it in, low plank. Good. Flip your toes, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Here we are, moment of truth. Let's make it happen. Exhale, cheetah. Right knee to the nose back towards the knee. Shift it forward, press the little palms, lift the right foot off the floor. Hold for three, two, fire hydrant or flip the dog. Take it back up on an inhale. Lower that right foot down on the left side. Reach the right hand over the head. Hold and breathe for three, two. Here's the falling triangle. We're bringing the right hand back to the mat. This right foot's rolling all the way over and under, extending out the left side. Float that foot if it's in your practice. Rotate the back heel down. Left hand goes up nice and high. Breathe for three, two, and one. Nice. We bring it all the way down, step the right foot back, roll it up. Left hand reaches back for the right ankle, twist underneath. Breathe here for just three, two, and one. Come back to your down dog. Shift forward to a plank. Vinyasa flow, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog, child's pose. It's there if you need it. Let's go back to the top. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold, sink in. Let's do it again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Be mindful of all these asanas. We're not skipping over them to get to anybody. We are taking our time and being under control. Low plank, squeeze it in. Inhale, up dog, roll it back. Exhale, find a wonderful downward facing dog. Feel that relax in the shoulders. Lengthen out your spine. Reset, reset, reset. On your next exhale, cheetah, left knee to the nose back to the knee. Pull your chin into your chest. Hold and breathe for just three, two. Fire hydrant or flip the dog. Take it all the way up and over again. You don't have to go all the way over. Keep resting that right heel down if you're in that fire hydrant. Lengthen and let that left foot be heavy for two and one. Taking that left foot underneath the body, extending out the right side. Left hand, stay strong. Right hand goes up high. Rotate the back heel down. Breathe for three, two, and one. Nice. Step that left foot all the way back. You can bring the hand down if you need to support, and then take your right hand, reach underneath, twist, twist, twist. Breathe for three, two, and one. Come back to the down dog. Knees up or down. Vinyasa flow. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Relax. Breathe. Move. Reset. And then let's take it all the way back to the top of the mat. Left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands reach up nice and high. Exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Sun salutations. Check. We did it. Come on down to the mat. Have a seat. Lay on your back. Let's do some fun stuff, relieving stuff. So, so starting right here on our backs. I want to take your hands behind you, palms down, fingertips pointing back away from you. And maybe just take your hips away from your hands a little bit and start to find a little shoulder stretch right here. Now, for me, my biceps and this little muscle, little wing muscle back here, they seem to get stuck together, right? So for me, what helps me out a lot is if I take it, wrap it around a little bit, and then I do have more openness there, right? It's like an actual mass that stops. And maybe that's also a thing for you too, right? Maybe there's another adjustment that you need, right? There's always an adjustment that can help you, and there's always someone who has gone through this journey before you who can help you with those adjustments. So, look out for your representation, people who look like you, people whose bodies are built like you, and maybe they can help you in those final moments in ways that I can't help you, right? So look out for that. Right after having this shoulder stretch, we're going to just start to use your core muscles, lift your body forward. Your hands can help you as well. And then roll back and lay back onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your knees, give yourself a big hug and a squeeze right here. We didn't do a lot for the legs today. We did a little, but we really worked into those arms. Good. Try to relax your core. Nice. Now we're going to do some stuff for the arms right here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come back up to that seated space. Crisscross easy pose. You can be right at the top of your mat. I'm just going to face you. We're going to take an inhale, let the right hand rise all the way up. Bend the right elbow. Bring the right hand towards the left shoulder. Left hand is going to come to the right elbow and give a nice little pull. If you can, right here, lift your chin out of your chest, press your chest forward, come up nice and high, and then give yourself this shoulder stretch right here, allowing your hand to go down the center of your back is what you want to be feeling right here. Three, two, Now, gentle release of the left hand. The right hand will go back up high and cross over the body over towards the left side. The right hand comes behind the elbow, gives a nice pull and hold. Right across your body. You're trying to lengthen out his arm. Don't let it just bend like this because that doesn't give you the necessary stretch. Lengthen out the arm, right? Always remember the way that seems more comfortable and more relaxing is more comfortable and more relaxing and not giving the most that you can get. And you don't always want the most. That doesn't always make it right. But when you do want the most, then you want the most. Good, gentle release of that right arm. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So left hand goes all the way up. Left elbow bends to the right shoulder. Right hand goes up, grabs the elbow. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Pull that left hand down the center of your back. Give a little stretch right here. 3, 2, and then let's cross the body, taking that left hand all the way back up. Left hand crosses the body over towards the right. Good. Right hand comes behind the elbow, gives a nice pull, lengthen out, spread those fingers, move them around. They're useful, they're yours, and you use them every day. So let's make sure they work just as they did yesterday, and they will continue to work that way tomorrow. From here, we're going to go to a scorpion twist. So when we release this arm, we're going to lay down onto your belly, roll it over, and get a nice shoulder stretch before we get out of here, okay? Let's finish it up. Release that left arm. Come on down to your belly, either side of your mat. They'll both be fine. Once you're down onto your belly, you'll bring, let's start on this side. We'll bring the right hand under the right shoulder, like a push up with the elbow up. Left hand reaches out long, palm down onto the floor. Now we're just going to press into that right hand to start to roll the right side of the body up. The right foot is just going to step, just kind of like how we flip that dog. It's just going to step over and start offering a little shoulder stretch right here on the left side. Now, this might be a lot for you. So you can lay back closer towards this right hand and it'll be a little bit less. This might not feel like anything to you. So you can press into that right hand and start to roll it up and twist it over even more. And even if you want, take that right hand, reach back for your left hand, give a whole lot more there. Completely up to you. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your belly, nice and long. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So slide your right hand all the way out. Good. Bring your left hand under your shoulder. Left side of the body rolls up. Left foot steps over the right leg. Lift up. Again, you can reach that left hand back for the right hand. Have a whole lot of stretch there if you like. Or just keep it in front of you and press, 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 and let it help you twist open a little bit more. Or always lay back into it so that it's not giving you so much stretch, especially if you don't need it. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Start to bring it all the way back down to the belly. We're going to take one more length and reach the hands over the head, untuck the toes, and let your fingertips run away from your toes for just a second. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Take a few breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Very good. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Press yourself up to a tabletop. Walk your knees in. Come back to that seated space, crisscross, easy pose facing me. We did not have a Savasana today. I am aware of that. If you would like to have a Savasana, feel free to go into it right now. Pause me, leave me, be done with me, go away. Enjoy your Savasana. But I'm going to let you go from here. So if we could just lift the shoulders nice and high, if you're still here with me, nice and static, bring your hands to heart center. Take your chin over your right shoulder. Deep inhale through your nose, loudly out your mouth, and then slowly over your left shoulder. Inhale through the nose, loudly out the mouth, and come all the way back to the center. Thank you for sharing your journeys with me today. I leave you with light, love, and peace. Namaste. If you enjoyed these Sun Salutation series, let me know. I'll do more of them. I'll bring more of them to you. Tell me how you appreciate them, right? But I like them. Sun Salutation, I feel like it's the foundation to most yoga poses, if not all yoga poses anyway. So it'll really help you with the alignment of what the other things that you want to do with your journey. Reach out to me, my website, my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, wherever you want to find me. Reach out to me, talk to me. Let's book a session. Come to class, however you want to do it with me. Come flow with me. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have a light day. I leave you light, love, peace.